Hi, today we are back with another episode of Sheher Ki Baatein, and more than Sudipta, I'm grateful for Sagar to join back. He had been a prime member of our talk shows, and he was having a tough time joining us because he has so many other occupancies, and he. So thank you, Sagar,
शर्मिंदा
and
कर रहे सर हम. हाँ.
now hi Sudipta, and we are really
Hi.
happy to have you here. And I remember कि हमने वो जो पेट गली का इवेंट कराया था, which goes
Right.
way back in, we got not a,
2019, I guess.
it was 2019 or 2020 start.
I think 2020 ka starting. It was 2020 starting. Yeah.
हम्म. And उस टाइम पे तो मजा आया था, but the overall experience was not that good. बाद में कुछ 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 हो गया था. तो
क्या चीज
Yeah.
थी सर ये पेट गली?
पेट गली हमने यार एक डॉग शो सा था, कुछ डॉग
So it's
फैशन
a
शो.
pet grooming company. Yeah, pet grooming company in Hyderabad. So
हाँ.
they do is they groom your pets on the wheels. So they organized an event. So I helped them organize, and Sanchit was the photographer, our official photographer there. So we had a dog fashion show,
हाँ.
and it had a Marvel and
ओह.
DC theme. Trust me, it was amazing. I loved it. I had so
Yes,
many
yes,
dogs
that
to
that
see.
session inside वो बहुत अच्छा था. वो तो बहुत सही था. And the
Yeah,
idea of
अच्छा.
pet gully was really nice के like they were having this
yeah, it
idea
was.
के pet grooming on wheels. So that was good, and that's how we
हाँ
met.
हाँ.
We were organizing that event. And
Yeah, I remember working there on the weekends
uh,
because I used to spend most of the weekends there.
okay.
So,
अच्छा.
Okay, so Sudipta, which city are we going to talk about today? Because you have been in so many places. So which city we should start
yeah,
with?
we can start with the longest city that I have lived, Indore.
Okay.
Yeah. So most of
इंदौर
my
के पोहे
education,
अच्छे होते हैं.
sorry,
इंदौर के पोहे अच्छे होते हैं. मतलब that's what I
ये
heard.
इंदौर के पोहे बहुत अच्छे होते हैं.
हाँ.
I know.
हाँ.
Yeah. So Indore मेरा first plains वाला city है. Before that, I was all in the mountains. हमें since childhood, like Udhampur. I was born in Pathankot, so I lived
ओह.
in Himachal. So it was like mostly north. So it was my first plain city, and it was really different. I finished my 12th there. I did my grads there. जब आपको कुछ पता नहीं होता है कि क्या करना है, तो इट्स लाइक कॉमर्स बैकग्राउंड है तो बीकॉम कर लो, साइंस वाले हो तो बीटेक कर
हम्म.
लो. So it was like that where I was very confused at that point of time, and I was living with my parents, and yeah, I decided to move out of Indore after finishing my graduation because I didn't want to live in that cell कि घर वाले पूरा टाइम आपको प्रोटेक्ट कर रहे हैं एंड यू डोंट हैव टू डू एनीथिंग, वन कॉल एंड यू आर लाइक हाँ अब तो मेरा भाई आ जाएगा. So no, I didn't want it to live like that. So I moved out of that city. But trust me, Indore is
क्यों?
amazing.
मतलब
It's like
मुझे तो ऐसी लाइफ चाहिए थी कि मैं कॉल करूं मेरे भाई वगैरह आ जाए.
नहीं तो कॉल करो देन फ्रेंड्स हो जाते हैं, बन
हाँ.
जाते हैं आपके यार. बट देन इट्स
हाँ.
ऑलवेज लाइक अ शेल, राइट? यू देयर इज अ वेरी लिटिल रूम फॉर यू टू लर्न व्हेन यू आर विद योर
हाँ.
पेरेंट्स बिकॉज आप सारी चीजें अपने हिसाब से नहीं कर सकते हो. एंड यू विल ऑलवेज बी प्रोटेक्टेड. कम ऑन, दे आर योर पेरेंट्स, दे आर योर ब्रदर्स, एंड यू विल ऑलवेज बी प्रोटेक्टेड. आपको नहीं
हम्म.
समझ में आएगा व्हाट द स्ट्रगल्स आर एंड हाउ यू नो हाउ टू गेट थ्रू एवरीथिंग, how to manage things independently, and yeah, how to pay the bills. Oh gosh, yeah. It was good. I left Indore, and then I did my law after that in from Pune,
ओह.
which was amazing again.
हम्म.
Yeah. So that's what Indore was about. And do you want me to talk about other cities also?
हाँ, इंदौर के थोड़ा फूड के बारे में बता दो ना. मतलब
Indore, oh, okay.
that's all I
Indore
can think
में
about.
बहुत इंदौर की चाट
हाँ.
बहुत अच्छी है यार, नो डाउट अबाउट इट. इंदौर का
अच्छा.
चाट इज अमेजिंग बिकॉज आफ्टर दैट आई बीन टू साउथ, एंड मुझे सदर्न साइड का चाट का आई डिडंट लाइक सो मच एज इट इज गुड इन नॉर्दर्न पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया. एंड इंदौर रियली गिव्स गुड
ओके.
चाट. there is this place called Chappan where there are 56 shops, all street food, and there is this Sarafa Gali, which is like normal market in the mornings, evenings tak normal market hai.
Mm-hmm.
Raat ko they will change it into a food market, and it completely
Oh,
changed. It's really amazing. Yeah, and there are a lot of places nearby too for hikes and all. Then it is very underestimated and very less known. But yeah, there are a lot of beautiful places. Tincha Falls, Gate. I've been to these places. So very nice places. Yeah. And
okay.
Indori
अगर
people.
मुझे इंदौर आना होगा तो
I'm
like which
sorry.
place should I visit? Like
Yeah,
अगर मुझे
Indore.
इंदौर आना होगा which
सो इंदौर सिंस इतना बड़ा नहीं है एंड आई थिंक आप उसको
mm-hmm.
तुरंत एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हो. सो फर्स्ट तो यू गो टू द खाओ गली, द फूड थिंगी, ईट ऑल द चाट एंड वट एवर. मतलब आप एक छोटे ठेले पे भी खा लोगे ना, दे गिव यू टेस्टी फूड, दो नॉट रिकमेंडेड बट देन
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
या इट्स वेरी यम, इट्स वेरी यम. तो बट सिंस हु कैर्स जब आप पानी पूरी खा रहे होते हो तो
But it's also
या
the
सो यू
cleanest
हाँ.
कैन
city,
गो
na?
देयर.
It's the cleanest city of
It's
India
the
as well.
cleanest city, by the way. Yeah, it's the cleanest city. And I remember हम लोग बहुत pollution में रह चुके हैं वहां पे भी इंदौर में. There was this place called भंवर कुआं. जैसी वहां पे धूल दूर से दिखने लग जाती थी ना, you would know that okay, that place has come. And now when I go, oh wow, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. पूरा clean कर दिया है. People are responsible. As in, if you throw something garbage outside, the shopkeeper would tell you कि भाई, there is a dustbin there, please drop it there.
Oh,
So I think it's
Oh,
it's the people and the government, everybody working together, which has led to Indore being the cleanest city. Else तो यार the people keep littering around and रात को government आती है, साफ करती है, सुबह फिर गंदा हो जाता है. फिर it
yeah, I was
doesn't make
also
any sense.
thinking, how is it sustainable? Because, government can do the cleaning work, the municipal party and all that.
Exactly.
But
Because people have been so aware. People are so aware there. As in they won't litter. As in even the police, there are lot of the police people roaming around, and if they catch you littering, they'll
uh,
of course there is a fine, and they'll ask you to throw it in the dustbin. Even this small vendors. Just a moment. No, my finger is in my dog's mouth. Hey, Bab! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
no issue.
Ouch. Yeah.
and you were
So,
continuing with the pain.
yeah, he was not leaving it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, everybody, even the small vendors, they are very aware that you are not supposed to litter. You are supposed to throw everything in the bins, and you have to use, a wet waste and a dry waste. Everybody's aware of that, and I think it's not a lone effort. It's not just people's effort. Neither it's just the government efforts. It's like
Okay.
equal efforts for everybody. That
Mm-hmm.
every putting equal efforts to clean the city. एक के करने से नहीं होता यार. It's really a mixed effort of everyone. People should be aware. The police should be aware. The municipal corporation should be aware.
So you
Everybody should be
mentioned about
doing
one
their own.
place, like which is very famous. What was that name again? Sorry, मैंने इतना ज़्यादा अच्छे से सुना नहीं.
Sarafa or
हम्म.
Chappan.
हाँ, सराफा like तो
Sarafa.
And
Oh,
like
Sarafa is that gully, that is that magical wala alley type ka. You just
okay.
go subah, you will find all electronics की दुकान, and then all small things. और रात को जाओ वहाँ पे कुछ नहीं है, just food everywhere. It's
Oh,
just food, and you would be like, oh, this was different in the morning.
yeah.
Now it's different.
हाँ, काफी
Yeah,
फूड
people
ब्लॉगर्स
are very
इंदौर में
humble
होते हैं,
there.
मैंने देखा है. मोस्ट ऑफ द मतलब कंटेंट फूड ब्लॉगर्स का इंदौर में होता है मोस्टली, मैंने देखा है ऐसे.
हाँ, फूड बहुत अच्छा है यार वहाँ का. मतलब मजा आ जाती है खा के. It's like nice, good poha.
So by the time you were there in Indore, so of course,
हाँ.
uh, I have met you once or twice only, but I know you are like rebel. You like to live life on your own terms, like saying that you want to get it out, you want to get out and live by yourself and all those things. So in that way, how
Yeah.
was Indore for you, like 11, 12 standard, when all the things are changing and you are clueless and you want to try to be cool and you want to be like surrounded with cool people and all those things. So how was that time for you in Indore?
Yeah, very difficult, a little difficult because the idea of being cool and the ideologies I had and the way I was thinking
Hmm.
wasn't very acceptable. As in,
Okay.
it wasn't very acceptable at that point of time. I think I'm talking about what, 2009, 10, as in long time
Hmm.
back.
Hmm.
So, when I used to talk about traveling a lot and like traveling alone, people used to get freaked out कि यार ऐसे थोड़ी जाते हैं अकेले. I
Huh.
said, why not? I'm
Yeah.
like, why not? My parents always supported me. They not for traveling, as in कि अकेले चले जाओ. No, they are cool with okay, you want to do things on your own, you want to go out, you want to do whatever
Mm-hmm.
you. So at that point of time, I realized that living in one city, as in that was the longest city I have lived in. Since childhood, every city was like 1 year. Max to max was 4 years.
Okay. Okay.
Just give me a moment, no?
Sure. Sure. Yep.
Uh, I'm so sorry. I
No
I
problem.
left him outside.
Acha.
We
No
recently
issues.
adopted a dog here, and he is just growing out to be a Satan. So yes, yeah. So, where was I?
Uh,
Going out of
yeah.
Indore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
Living in a shell
challenging.
and yeah.
Yeah, it's very challenging. And for living in a city for such a long time really freaked me out because I wasn't learning anything more. I felt like the same things are happening, the same people, the same, everything is, nothing is changing.
Yep.
And for me, it has to keep changing.
Mm-hmm.
Else there is no fun in your life, as in that's what I feel, that it should keep changing, the place, the people, that's how you will meet more people, you'll see more places, you'll learn more, as in that was my idea, and I wanted to get out of Indore, and
I
then
guess that's
yeah.
why, like, you are finally, like, for meanwhile, as you say, like, you love to explore other places as well. For now, you're in Manali and you have set up your own cafe, like you mentioned last time. You can give more details about it. But I guess somehow the crux of it being was, of course, you every time where there'll be new guest customers, you can get to interact with new people, and everyone will have a
नहीं
different
सर
perspective.
मुझे अभी अभी बताओ किधर है कैफे सॉरी टू
यार
इंटरप्ट
ये
यू बट
ओल्ड मनाली में है,
जानना
प्लीज डू कम, please do
हाँ
visit. It's called House Pandora. It's on Google. We do have a stay and cafe here. As in,
हाँ
I always wanted to do something on my own. Came to Manali, stayed back, didn't go back, and I'm doing my job also simultaneously, so that I do have a backup and running this cafe and place. It's near Manu Temple. If you come near Manu Temple,
ओके
Old
या
Manali
या
में,
so how
it's
is
just
like
right.
like dealing two of things simultaneously like running a cafe and also doing a job
Fun. It's fun. Sometimes,
हाँ
sometimes, yeah, obviously it gets on your head because you need to finish your job, which is like you
Yep.
cannot compromise on that. Neither you
Exactly.
can compromise on this place. And since I have my partners here, that became a lot easier. They help me out a lot, and when I am occupied, yeah, they take care of the things and all. But yeah, it becomes sometimes a little difficult that you have a job, and sometimes abhi we are settled, like we have opened the cafe, we do have a cook, we do have everything. Initially it was, trust me, a juggle. It was a juggle between a lot of things because we were cooking, as in we were handling the kitchen. Oh, oh my gosh, we were the housekeepers,
हाँ
we were the cleaners, we were the cook, and we had a job to do. So a lot of juggle in that, a lot of struggle, but then of course it was fun because you were doing something you wanted to do, and it's not for somebody else that हाँ एक्सेल शीट बना के ही देनी है,
हम्म
और या वर्ड डॉक तुमको बना के ही देना है, मन नहीं कर रहा है बट करना है.
But I guess people
But
are now getting more, like, understanding, and they have more clarity around, risk mitigation as well. Because like you told,
Exactly.
job नहीं छोड़नी भाई,
Hmm.
until unless you have
Yeah.
something.
Uh,
So
Yeah, for me, like I have always been doing things on my own. As in, since I have started my job, I've never relied on my parents that, please send me some money or
mhm,
financially. Neither emotionally, neither financially. I've never been dependent on my parents or anybody. So I knew for me, my backup is me. I have to create my own backup, and I, need to push everything.
mhm,
So for me right now, it's very crucial to have a job and to keep that backup in your in place, that you need to you never know when when required, when the job is required, and you are broke suddenly, and no, I don't want that situation to come.
okay.
And yeah, doing both, and let's see,
but
सब अच्छा हो जाएगा तो
but what is your
obviously
plan like?
I'm sorry. I
Sorry,
I
my voice is delaying for 1 2 seconds. So whatever I'm saying, just imagine like I'm saying it 2 seconds earlier.
Okay.
There is a delay
Okay.
between our voice. So yeah. So
Uh-huh.
I was saying like, what is your plan? Do you want to run the cafe as whole and like leave your job, or you want to continue it simultaneously, like doing a job
Uh,
also and running the cafe also?
okay. So at certain point of time, I would love to leave my job, because I would always love to have do something which I'm doing for my own, right? As in, for this
Uh-huh.
cafe, the idea behind this cafe and this place was the same, that you have your own things to do. अगर अगर आप लकड़ियां भी काट रहे हो ना, तो अपने लिए काट रहे हो. It's like आप किसी
Mhm.
और के लिए नहीं काट रहे हो. It's like आप सफाई भी कर रहे हो ना, तो अपने लिए कर रहे हो. It's not for somebody else. Even the petty things you are doing, even these small things, each and everything, as in you are
There is
doing
a sense of
for your own
ownership,
self.
like
Exactly.
हर
There
चीज
is
में है.
sense of ownership. कि यार ये मेरा ही तो काम है. As in,
मैं नहीं
if
करूंगा
I
तो और
don't
कौन
do
करेगा.
it,
Mhm.
और कौन करेगा यार? It's like it's my house and it's my place.
Yeah.
तो करना तो
It's
है.
like
So
Friday शाम
that's
को ऑफिस का काम ज्यादा आ जाए एंड यू आर लाइक कि मेरे पे क्यों आ रहा है यार, like it's Friday, they should know that I am not available now. So but instead if you get something like this over here, it's like okay, I have to do it. Even if there are plans, I'll have
Thankfully,
to.
I have a good job.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I have a good job. I
Uh,
have a good team. I'm in a good company. इतना they don't really pressurize you a lot,
uh,
but then yeah, काम दोनों बराबर चल रहा है. Never
mhm.
never got affected, as in my work never got affected because of this. This might have a little, but
Bit
then there were
affected.
people to
Mhm.
handle it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
And you
I
even
make
have
sure
pets, like,
it's balanced. I'm sorry.
and you even have pets around. So you're handling so many things, like having pets
I do
and like
have one dog.
dog and
I
all.
do have one dog now,
Mhm.
because I always wanted. He knows, as in Sanchit knows how much I love dogs.
Yeah.
As in, I went crazy there. कि यार ये देखो, this dog. Oh, there is a
Yes.
German Shepherd. His name is Bruce, and I was so excited to see the
I
dogs. I have
guess
always lived with.
you were the first person to come and the last person to go from that event. You were that involved.
Yeah. Yes, I was.
So
I
I
was. I
remember
was
that.
organizing the show. I had
Yes.
to be there.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So, yeah, my love for dogs, actually, I joined Pet Gully because so boring. I wanted a dog with me. I cannot have a dog since I travel so much, and I would not be able to give him that life which he deserves, which I think he deserves. That भाई अच्छे से रहेगा. But now I
Mhm.
have my own place. I have people around. Ki if I am not there, they'll take care of him. And we actually found him. We rescued him. We were just coming, and there was this small puppy loitering around the road, and he was alone, and there was no dogs nearby, and he was about to come near a car. So we just
Oh.
picked him up, and he was so adorable, and we were like, ले लेते हैं यार, Christmas पे आया हमारे पास. He's our Christmas gift.
Okay.
So we are like,
So
yeah, now you deserve
Uh,
that place. You
so
can
Dipta,
have.
talking about
संजय
like
सर,
you
कितना
mentioned.
वो फेस
Mhm.
हाँ, मैं कह रहा था कि कितना फैसिनेटिंग है ना, मतलब हम हमेशा बात करते रहते हैं कि
हाँ.
हम कुछ अलग करना चाहते हैं अपनी जॉब से, फिर पर वो मतलब ये बातें हमारे तक रह जाती है. एंड देयर
हाँ.
आर पीपल लाइक हर्षी फ्रॉम सफरनामा
हाँ.
एंड सुदीप्ता, लाइक वो एक्चुअली मतलब कितना करेज चाहिए इसके लिए, पूरा अपनी
Exactly.
जॉब
She's
करे,
also handling a
वर्क.
homestay, Safarnama in Veer, all by
हाँ.
herself, and she's also not.
Oh,
Since we last,
that's nice.
yeah, since we last talked, like she didn't leave her job as well. So she's
She took a
managing.
Yeah.
sabbatical.
Yeah, she took a sabbatical for some time.
Oh, okay, okay. Nice,
Mm,
nice. No, yaar, for me, it wasn't an option, as in, it wasn't an option to leave the job because
mhm.
I want to take a
Totally
risk, but
practical.
then it should
Yeah.
be a calculated risk, right?
Yeah,
It should be, I do have that background where I need to be, I just cannot leave everything and go. Matlab, there are people who don't have that burden in their head that, just leave and go.
yeah.
I do have.
But
There are
we
people
have
who are
to,
that privileged.
but we have to make the best
Yeah,
use of things we have. Like rather than thinking
exactly.
कि ये
Uh,
नहीं है वो नहीं हो
Optimum
सकता.
utilization of resources. यार कॉमर्स में पढ़ा है ना इकोनॉमिक्स में ऑप्टिमम
uh,
यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ रिसोर्सेज जो है जैसा है ट्राई टू मेक थिंग्स वर्क उसके जैसा ही अब घर पे जो पड़ा है
वो
राशन उसी से खाना बनाओगे ना यार अब नहीं है ऑप्शन तो क्या करोगे
3 इडियट्स में नहीं होता था कि हम सब ने पढ़ा, उसने सिर्फ यूटिलाइज, उसने यूज किया।
हाँ
सिक्स
उसका
आवर्स
यूज
में पढ़ाया था।
भाई साहब.
हाँ, हाँ,
So you
क्या?
basically were
मैं यहाँ
saying
पे हमटा पास
Sudipta
ट्रैक
is
करने आई
Raicho.
थी नो
Oh,
मैन
and then you stayed
इट्स अ
here.
बिग डील मैन अभी तो बहुत कुछ करना बाकी है
हाँ तो उसने भी एक दिन ऐसे
अरे
थोड़ी
मैं
कि
यार
कर दिया था. Like it's a process only ना कि हो जाएगा.
हाँ यार हाँ बट आई तो मैं हमटा
So
पास
you
ट्रैक
came
करने
for a Hamta Pass trek, yeah, and
या
then
आई
you stayed
फिनिश
here.
द हमटा पास ट्रैक बहुत अमेजिंग ट्रैक था बहुत खतरनाक था एंड आई वाज वेरी स्कैर्ड बिकॉज आई एम
हाँ,
स्कैर्ड ऑफ हाइट्स आई एम स्कैर्ड ऑफ वाटर आई डोंट नो व्हाट एल्स आई एम स्कैर्ड ऑफ बट देन भाई फोबिया है मुझे पानी से और हाइट से मुझे वर्टिगो हो जाता है हाइट में बट
हाँ
देन यू हैव टू डू ऑल दोस थिंग्स नहीं तो
yes.
फिर वो आपका एड्रेनलिन रश
नहीं
कहाँ
तो
से
हाँ,
निकलेगा
फन
यार
कहाँ से आएगा फिर लाइफ में.
फन कहाँ से आएगा लाइफ में कि जब तक ऐसा लगा नहीं कि अभी गिरे
हाँ.
एंड देन oh god
हम्म,
yeah finished the trek as in it was not very difficult but there were stretches which were difficult and it was scary for me because नीचे पानी बह रहा है एक ही रोड है पतली सी है जाना है उसमें से oh god but yeah
सागर
it
भी
was
गया हुआ है वहां
fun
पे तो. मेरे को लगता है काफी बार चला गया होगा सागर अब तक तो. हमटा.
सागर कितनी बार कर
हाँ,
लियो यार आप
हमटा मैं भृगु गया हूँ, रानीसू गया हूँ। हमटा मुझे जाना था। हमटा से लाहौल साइड नहीं निकलता है, स्पीति साइड निकलता है जो,
हाँ
उधर तक मुझे
हाँ
कवर
हाँ
करना
हाँ
था,
हाँ
पर अनफॉर्चुनेटली मतलब मेरी डेट ऑफ ज्वाइनिंग आ गई थी ऑफिस की, तो मेरे फ्रेंड्स गए थे, मैं नहीं जा पाया।
अरे अरे यार ये तो बहुत कष्ट है जाना
अरे,
तो मतलब अभी मेरे साथ भी यही हुआ है कि जब से ये स्टे और कैफे
हाँ,
खोला है वो जो ट्रैवलिंग वाला था ना कि यहाँ जाना है वहां जाना है यहाँ चलते हैं वो वाला थोड़ा सा कम हो गया है अभी
मुश्किल हो गया.
और जब तक ये ऑटो पायलट मोड में नहीं आ
हाँ,
जाता तब तक आप यू जस्ट कैन नॉट लीव एंड गो अभी तो ऐसा होता है गेस्ट आते हैं चलो तुम भी चलो हमारे
हाँ.
साथ हम घुमाने लेके
हाँ।
चलते
चलो वापिस आओगे
जब
खाना कौन
आप
खिलाएगा
मनाली
तुम्हें.
में रहते हो ना,
हैं
जब आप
खाना बाहर
मनाली में
खाते
रहते हो ना,
हैं
तो आपके पास चॉइस नहीं होती है कि मतलब अब मैं इस ट्रैक पे जाऊँ अपने मन से, कोई ले जाता है आपको,
एग्जैक्टली
हाँ
जाना
इस
है
ट्रैक पे जाना
आपको
है।
लोग आ रहे हैं आपके पास बैठे हो
हाँ,
आपकी हाँ ये लोग आएंगे अब आपको ये भी नहीं पता है कि यार कैसे लोग आएंगे
हाँ,
मतलब इफ दे आर योर फ्रेंड्स यू नो देम आपको पता है चलो वाइब कैसा है एंड देन फिर अब आओ भाई अब शुरू शुरू में तो खाना भी हम ही बनाते थे तो वो तो और ज्यादा वो हो
हम्म,
जाता था भाई बताओ क्या खाओगे ये खाना डिमांड पे डिमांड आई जा रही है किचन से निकल नहीं पा रहे मैंने भाई क्या हो गया है
Just we talked about how you are struggling with traveling because एक perception बन जाती है mind में if someone is staying in Manali so or in any hill station or any place tourist destination so you must be traveling a lot but you have a job
Yeah.
so it gets difficult.
I don't have a job. I don't go out on weekdays. I cannot. I work on weekdays. I go out on weekend, and sometimes it's cold, and my weekend is inside my rajai. That's it. but then, yeah, I make sure that I do travel also, and I go to places. There are nearby places I have trekked as in Bijli Mahadev karke. There is one place which I'm in love with. That place. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. As in seeing meadows on the mountains are like भाई and मैंने वहाँ पे 3 मौसम देख लिए हैं. It's like I've been in July, August, so that was like a very green, and then it was brown, it was autumn, and then now it's white. So oh, it's the color transition. It's amazing.
सागर
And
भी मेरे
there
को
are
ऑलमोस्ट
nearby
ले ही गया था वहां पे पर रास्ता
मैं
गलत
हर
पकड़ लिया
सेकेंड या
था.
थर्ड वीक उधर पहुंचे जाता हूँ।
बस मेरे को नहीं लेके गया.
अरे
आई
हाँ,
थिंक
हाँ,
वी हैव
मैं
सम
हर सेकेंड या थर्ड
डिफरेंसेस.
वीक पहुंच जाता हूँ।
आई जस्ट थिंक वी हैव
yeah,
सम
वहाँ पे
हाँ,
कैंपिंग
मैं
की
ना,
भी जगह है. As in you can camp also. I
नहीं,
think I
एक
I
रास्ता
am
वहाँ
planning.
कुल्लू से है ना, मैं
हाँ हाँ
संची सर
हाँ
को
हाँ हाँ ऊपर
जाना
चढ़
फॉल से
के
जाता है, नगर होके जाता है, उधर 4x4 चाहिए होती
ओके
है, और हमारे पास प्रॉपर कार नहीं थी, तो ऑलमोस्ट हम पहुंच गए थे
हाँ,
उधर, पर
हम
आधे
तो
रास्ते
बाइक
से
से भी
मुड़ना
गए
पड़ा
थे
हमें।
वहां पे।
गेटिंग बैक फ्रॉम वेयर वी स्टार्टेड, इंदौर, थोड़ा सा
हाँ।
वापस फोकस लेके आते हैं. तो you told me that you were not reliant on your parents for financial as well as emotional support as well since you moved out.
Correct.
So how was
Yep.
it like the transition from them? Because you know when you are staying with them, they are used to like talking to you, or like you share your issues. Like you don't share your
Correct.
issues as such, but they have an update on your life. कि आज
Yeah,
ये
they do
हुआ.
have an update on my life. As in my parents, oh, okay. So I talk almost 5 times a day sometimes.
Oh,
So I make sure that they don't they don't feel like left
left out.
alone, that what's going on in your life. They know everything what's going on. Whom am I with? Who my friends are? What am I doing? They know everything. I make sure that they don't have that, since I cannot give my physical presence.
Yeah.
Uh, which is they by now they have understood
Hmm.
that it's very difficult for me to give that physical presence to them, because one time I'm here and the other moment I'm somewhere else. So but then they know where you are, what you are doing, whom you are with, and क्या चल रहा है तुम्हारी लाइफ में. Not maybe not everything, but the gist of the story,
Yeah,
yes, they know, because it's
that's
very
great.
important for
Hmm.
me also to tell them, and they don't stress out. I would not like it if they stress out for me unnecessarily. And they should know that there is a life like this. There is a life which you can lead, and they should know. I think they
Yeah.
should know. It is very important, because that's how even they'll grow. They'll also know, अच्छा ये ऐसे भी हो रहा है. As in उनके लिए कितना बड़ा टैबू था कि okay, I'm going alone outside.
Mm-hmm.
Then उनके लिए ये difficult था. Okay, so I lived in Poland for 6 months, as in outside India. So
Okay.
that freaked them out कि how will you manage there?
Mm-hmm.
So I lived there for 6 months, and I like, see, I am all alone. I have been to 8 countries alone, and see, this is what I can do. And they were pretty cool about it. And when I came back, so उनको उतना टेंशन नहीं होगा कि यार बीइंग अ गर्ल, ये चीज तो दिमाग में आती ही है कि यार लड़की हो, घूम रही हूँ इतना
Mm-hmm.
ज्यादा,
True.
मतलब who knows what happens.
Facts are
Hmm.
And
facts. ये चीज
it's
है.
not it's not me they are worried about, it's the people they are worried about कि लोग कैसे हैं. मैंने कहा यार मॉम, that's what you have to learn. यही चीज आप
Yeah.
घर पे बैठ के नहीं सीख सकते.
Correct.
यही
I
चीज
think
अब जब बाहर
I think
जाओगे
you are a
10
very
लोगों से मिलोगे.
balanced and like well thought driven rebel, if we can say that. It's not that you want to live on your own terms and then fuck everyone else who's there. That's not like that.
नहीं
सबका
नहीं,
कुछ ना कुछ
सब
हाँ.
होना चाहिए यार लाइफ
हाँ,
में, सब बैलेंस होना चाहिए. घर वाले सॉर्टेड उनको, हाँ, बट ये चीज है कि हाँ, मैं मेरी चीजों के साथ कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं
compromise
करूंगी.
नहीं कर.
ये ये आप देख लो, बट आई विल लेट यू नो कि क्या चल रहा है.
हाँ,
Hmm.
अच्छा,
कि
सही है.
सारी चीजें you will know that I am well, you will know that if I'm sick, you will know that if something is wrong, if I'm feeling low, you will know. But then not to that extent, उतना ज्यादा भी नहीं कि आप परेशान हो जाओ, but to that extent that where you will think that okay, she is doing fine, और आपको इतना stress out नहीं होना पड़े.
So what about
That's
like
all the
parents
whole
and
idea
next
is.
question, parents के बाद next question, food. So you are used to eating food at home and like since a large
Yeah.
span of time till now it's spent in Indore. So how are you managing in Manali or other places you are? तो खुद बना
Other
लेते हो?
places I have always, oh, the first thing, I always wanted to cook for myself.
Okay.
I always wanted to do things, as in, which is why I never lived in a hostel or a PG. As in, I never lived in a hostel,
अच्छा.
and I lived with my friends. But because hostel में आपको सब मिलता है, खाना
Yes.
and all. और पीजी में भी आपको मिल ही जाता है. बट फ्लैट इज समथिंग जहाँ आपको खुद ही कुक करके बनाना पड़ता है. देन यू नो कि अच्छा सिलेंडर की ये भसड़ है, ओके सिलेंडर यहाँ से लेके आना है, ओ दिस इज हाउ यू हैव टू डू थिंग्स. अरे आपको और चीजें पता चलती है व्हेन यू लिव अलोन, यू कुक फॉर योरसेल्फ, यू विल नो. एंड आई ऑलवेज न्यू कुकिंग, एंड दिस वाज वन गुड थिंग दैट मुझे आता था खाना बनाना हमेशा से. सो आई नेवर फेस्ड दैट कि खाने की वजह से कभी कोई वो
मेरे
हुआ
को
है. आई तो
सागर की
यूज्ड
एक
टू
बात याद आ गई.
से
मेरे को सॉरी सागर की बात आ गई. यू यूज्ड टू लव कुकिंग फूड एंड सागर वाज वन टाइम इन पुणे. ही मेंशनड के बैक टू बैक पिज्जा ही ऑर्डर करते रहते थे वहां पे.
ये
था
भी
ना
होता
कुछ
है, ये
स्टोरी
भी
थी
होता
ना.
हाँ.
है, ये
ओवन स्टोरी
आया
का
है.
बाउचर चल रहा था वहां पे
हाँ.
एंड
हाँ. 45
अरे ये
50 से
चीज
हमने
भी
लॉन्च
आया
किया
है
था
यार.
और हम उसको बिल्कुल अब्यूज कर रहे थे उस ऑफर को. हमारा ब्रेकफास्ट लंच डिनर वो चल रहा था। बट फिर हमने सीखा, हम क्योंकि हमारे बेंच पे थे काफी लंबे टाइम तक, फिर हमने आटा गूंदना सीखा, रोटी बनानी सीखी, पराठे बनाते,
Oh,
मतलब सब खराब था, बट पर हमने कुछ ना कुछ कर ही लिया।
I used to order जब मैं बोर हो जाती थी भाई, खाना बना बना के। इट्स लाइक कल ही तो बनाया था यार, और इतनी बार
हाँ,
बना लिया यार, अब आज ऑर्डर करते हैं। सो या
वी
ऑर्डरिंग
यूज्ड टू
फूड
ऑर्डर
हैज
क्योंकि
नेवर।
हमारी मजबूरी होती थी, हमारे
हाँ,
पास कोई
नहीं नहीं,
ऑप्शन नहीं होता था।
हमारा तो फन होता था। तो दिस थिंग आई ऑलवेज लर्न कि कुकिंग एंड क्लीनिंग भाई ये तो आना चाहिए आपको, बिकॉज दैट दिस इज वन ऑफ द सर्वाइवल वाला थिंग, कि खाना अगर आपको बनाना आता है ना यार, आप
हाँ
कहीं पे भी सर्वाइव कर लोगे। एज इन कुछ भी हो जाए, आप किसी के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट नहीं हो। मतलब मेरे लिए हमेशा ये चीज
हाँ
थी कि यार मैं किसी के ऊपर रिलाई नहीं होना चाहिए खाने को लेकर भी, कि खाना
correct.
भी ऐसा है कि यार इफ
हाँ
आई एम समवेयर मैं बना के खा लूंगी, इट्स ओके, और मैं दूसरों को बना के भी खिला दूंगी, आई डोंट हैव अ प्रॉब्लम।
हाँ।
सो
सुदीप्ता,
ऑलवेज
इफ आई
दैट।
हैव टू समराइज ना योर लाइफ और योर पर्सनैलिटी ना, तो मेरे माइंड में वही नहीं आता, ऐसे इम्प्रोवाइज, अडेप्ट, ओवरकम। मतलब हर चीज को तुम जैसे इम्प्रोवाइज करो, अडेप्ट करो, फिर ओवरकम, इम्प्रूव करते रहो, बहुत
यार
सही, मतलब साइकिल में।
आर्मी बैकग्राउंड ब्रो, मतलब आप सब कुछ सीखे हो। एज इन हम लोग वी हैव हैड अ टफ लाइफ, नॉट सो हंकी डोरी वाला लाइफ था हमारा, एकदम सब मिल रहा है। और आई वाज देयर इन उधमपुर व्हेन द कारगिल वॉर वाज गोइंग ऑन, एंड आई वाज इन
ओ
थर्ड स्टैंडर्ड। इमेजिन आई हैव सीन ऑल ऑफ दैट। तो इट्स लाइक मेरे लिए से कि यार बहुत डिफिकल्ट चीजें होती हैं लाइफ में, तुमको तो फिर भी बहुत कुछ मिल रहा है।
हाँ
So make best out of it, because I have seen all of that. I have seen how people are struggling, how the families are struggling, and how you are struggling for your life. You never know कि क्या होगा. As in, we had bunkers near our homes. We had carbon papers in our windows so that the lights won't go out and they won't know that it's a residential area. And it was a very crucial time. I know, all that difficulties, and how you have to adapt through everything, how you have to go through everything and still get going, because life तो ऐसा करेगी ना, life is not fair, as in
लाइफ इज अनफेयर,
there will
लाइफ इज
all,
अनफेयर, राइट।
life is not fair to anyone. You will always have something or the other. It's like how you take it, how you make your way through it. Okay, you need to make yourself happy, you
या
need to make your own way. कि कोई नहीं बना के देगा यार, फेरी टेल थोड़ी चल रहा है। Nobody is gonna come for your
Hey,
rescue.
Sagar, I
You
think
got
it
to
has
rescue
turned out
yourself.
to be a therapy session for us, and we were all
Oh
thinking.
ऐसे
हम जिंदगी में कितनी
हाँ, हम
गलतियां
डर
कर
गए,
चुके हैं।
मतलब लाइफ से कल के बारे में हम
I,
रीप्लान
I
कर रहे हैं
didn't
सब
mean
कुछ अब।
to. मैं तो बता
कल
रही थी
कल
यार,
से
मेरी
मैं
लाइफ
सुबह 5
कम
बजे
वो
उठा
रोलर
करूंगा, खुद
कोस्टर
खाना
से।
बनाऊंगा, मम्मी कहेगी मैंने खाना नहीं खाना आपके हाथ
हाँ,
का।
मैं सुबह उठ के अपने रूम में
नहीं
कार्बन
ऐसा
पेपर
भी
लगा रहा
नहीं
हूँ।
है, रोज खाना बनाया है, वी हैड ऑर्डर्ड आल्सो, ऐसा नहीं है
नहीं,
भाई।
अब तो कवर अप
मतलब
कर
माय
रहे हो।
क्रेडिट कार्ड का बिल वाज
हाँ
60% फूड।
हाँ,
The bar has been
अब
set
वो
लाइक
so
डैमेज
high,
हो गया।
so then the damage. Okay, Sudipta, before we close this session, because we are limited by time, we are bound by time. So just tell about your place, your cafe, so that sort of if someone watches this
पेंडोरा
video,
कैफे ना?
Pandora Cafe, give me
yes,
a
House
gist about it.
Pandora.
हाँ
Yeah, so the name is called House Pandora. It came from the first woman in Greek mythology. So we wanted to keep it that way because Manu was the first rishi, and Manu
Oh,
Temple is
do you
right
know
here.
about the Pandora's box? The story about Pandora's
Yes,
box?
Pandora's
Like,
judge.
yeah,
Yes.
I've heard about. I've heard about it.
Yes, so that's how House Pandora name came, and House Pandora came because we are very fascinated by House Stark, House Gryffindor, and we are like कि House तो होना चाहिए ना
House होना चाहिए.
नाम में वैसा.
Doctor
So
House.
yeah, so it was Pandora, then it became House Pandora. It's our little Pandovers, and that's our username too on Insta, Pandovers.
Okay.
And yeah, it's in the lap of the mountain, and it's beautiful from here because the view is amazing, and we make sure we give you amazing food, and you have me here. So yeah, that place becomes
Like if we
amazing.
talk about cuisine, are you particular about any cuisine, or like it's just you like how
No,
did you
so
decide the
right
menu?
now we have included whatever we have set the menu. We have kept whatever it is right now आसपास में. like you'll get all the Chinese and all the Conti and जो भी आपको आसपास मिलता है, you will right now we have that food.
Mhm.
And we do have a menu, yes, and we are working on the website. It'll be live soon, and the menu would be there, and you can see. And we do have a page on Insta if you
Okay.
want to check out how it looks. As in, it looks amazing. I know because यहाँ से view is very clear. You can see Vashisht, Manali, and Prini from here. So
Okay.
it's like पूरा open 180 degrees पूरा view दिखता है.
What I'll do is I'll take some photos
Oh,
from your Insta and try to add them like
of
towards
course.
like while you are talking, the photos will be shown up so that people can get a visual aid as well. How it looks
Oh,
like.
that would be nice. That would be really nice. It's snowing here now, and good time to visit Manali
Yes.
and cold.
Okay. Sagar, I think we can wrap this session up, and we are so excited for it to come out because like it was, we didn't expect this in Sheher Ki Baatein, and
हाँ, we had a fun chat. हाँ, और किसी को भी पेंडोरा's the House Pandora cafe ना,
House Pandora.
Yeah, House Pandora.
हाँ, उधर जाना है और किसी का कोई फ्रेंड नहीं है तो प्लीज मुझे डीएम करो क्योंकि मेरे पास भी कोई फ्रेंड नहीं है तो हम साथ जा पाएंगे.
सागर मैं आ रहा हूँ.
अरे
हाँ,
अरे
please
अकेले आ
संजय
जाओ
sir.
यार, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, हम घुमा देंगे तुमको.
सही है, चलो.
हाँ,
I
मैं तो
think
आऊंगा, मैं आऊंगा.
good.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. I would like to just
Oh, nice.
I just came out बहुत time बाद because बहुत ठंड है bro और मैं अंदर थी and
हाँ.
this is how it is looking and that's our सामने का lawn that पूरा भर गया है snow से.
संजय सर
Yeah.
पता नहीं मैं कैसे फैसिनेट हो रहा, मैं तो वहीं रहता हूँ. मैं भी एक
हाँ
देख
यार,
रहा
सुंदर
था.
तो बहुत है.
आ रहा हूँ सागर, आते हैं. Thank you Sudipta, and thank you so much for your time and being
Thank
available
you
on
Sanchit for
notice.
having me here.
I think we'll have a
Thanks,
separate
Sagar.
talk series with Sudipta about life of Sudipta. How to get inspired, how to wake up
Life
at
of
5.
Sudipta.
हाँ, आप सेशन देना वो फूड कुकिंग फूड वगैरह के और कैसे इम्प्रोवाइज,
Episode
कैसे
1.
सरवाइव करें हम लाइफ में.
Episode 1 food. Episode 2
Episode 1 survival.
सर्वाइवल विद कार्बन पेपर्स.
Right.
चलो अंदर पहुंचो,
That
ठंड
was
बहुत है भाई.
survival, bro. हाँ,
चलो.
ठंड तो बहुत है.
Thank you everyone and
चलो.
मिलते हैं
Thank you
जल्दी.
guys for having me.
बाय.
Okay, bye.